What is up, guys? It's your boy Ryukin at Flash King Comics, and today we are talking about Sideways. Yes, I said it. It's your boy DC's newest, coolest heroes, Sideways, Mr. Derek James. Yes, let's jump right into this. So, Derek James, the Sideways character, I want to say the reason why I jumped into this, not because not only he was new, but because I remember reading the article saying that DC wanted this comic book or the approach to this comic book to totally be that new, edgy, trippy colors, like the way that they drawed it out, the panels, transitions. It's just it's so nice and so refreshing on the way that they do this, and it's really smooth. And yeah, you can't get enough of it. The first 4 issues are already out. And yeah, it's exciting. They don't have any variant covers for this, but it's really good and it's really dope on the way that they do this. So I'm trying to be a little bit better guy. So I got little key topics that I'm gonna go run through real quick. And yeah, let's get on to this. So I want to say at first he feels like he's a little self-centered. It kind of reminds you like the way that he looks, like he could be like a young Dick Grayson. Like if Dick Grayson had powers and, instead of him trying to do the right thing, he was just goofy instead. And yeah, he still's got that charm and charisma, but it's a totally different direction. And yeah, it's really cool. You find out that he has a best friend that he confides in. His powers is rifting. He can jump through these portals to different areas. He has strength. He's not as strong as Superman. He claims, but he can manage his own. And you find out that he just has that good quick wit. So his backstory, besides him falling in Dark Knight's Metals issue #1, his parents talk about how his mom wants to take him to school because she couldn't find him after that event. He fell through a hole while she was talking about him doing this internship at her job, which is called Dark Star Science Publicity. It's really good. He's still learning, and you find out that his best friend that he confides in makes him his suit. She's not bad looking. She's like into to cosplay and stuff like that, and he really trusts her, and she's a twin, and they're still in high school, trying to manage this new life that they have together in the superhero direction, but at the same time, him dealing with bullies and drama, and not trying to be in school, and his mom in the background trying to get him an internship. So yeah, it's really good. Let's see. You see that, people are being a jerk to him in school, so that's the reason why he wants to be into his powers and, find out what's going on and get comfortable with them at the same time. And because of this, because he's rifting so much, he is not, he's not paying attention to the damage that he could be doing, in the background, which you find out this guy, Tempest Fujinat, says that, he's a guardian of space and time, and that Derek James, his Sideways persona, is constantly breaking all these, rules, and, he believes that, he could do better than this, and it's like, what are you talking about? And, whenever he's talking to him, they're in the sky on top of a building in Gotham, and he's like, my powers negate your powers, so he cancels them out, you can't do what you're trying to do, and he's like, oh, damn. So you're telling me that I can't be close to you because my powers don't work? Alright, and he gets that quick wit again, and, just pushes himself and uses fate, to his upper hand, believing in his powers, and rifts himself in a situation where he inflicts pain on himself to save himself, and because of this, goes to his best friend, ends up going to the hospital, his mom ends up finding out, and then he has to deal with a metahuman who is from Central City, and yeah, she's a speedster, guys, and she's not to be played with. Her name is Killspeed, and ironic, she has leukemia during the events where I guess it was like the Flash Speed Force storm, and she got her powers as becoming a speedster, but because she had leukemia, you know, the cancer is only spreading in her body because, you know, speedsters have fast metabolism, but in this way it's not working to her advantage. It's actually making it worse. So yeah, she's a petty thief, she's angry, she gets into it with him. You know, he makes jokes about how they're well, the whole situation of him, you know, fighting one guy, falling, hurting himself, and now fighting another guy, and now has his mask on and he's fighting in a gown. It's like, what is going on here? You just can't get enough of it, and you want to get more. What goes on? In the background, his mom's telling the sob story about her point of view and looking for him, and she really cares about him. Blah blah blah. You know, it's not what we want to hear. It's good, as in DC. The way that they draw these emotions, they're really getting good at it. But we don't always want to hear that. We want action. And it's funny, in the end of the second issue, he comes at you with more of a backstory, talking about, you know, he knows about the heavy hitters in Dark Knights. You know, there could be a Dark Knight sideways. Like, you never know. But yeah, he gives it to you a little bit more from his perspective, but in that millennial type of way. What else goes on? He fights a new foe, Replicant, who can copy powers, and during the time that he sees this guy on the news, you know, he wants to get publicity himself and wants everybody to know that he's a new superhero. But this guy who used to be a Teen Titan hotspot, fire-based powers, is getting his backhand, you know, rear-ended and just stomped all over the place, and it is not looking good for him in no way, no how. And it is just one colossal move after another with this guy. And it's just, it's awesome. It's like, you can't get enough of this action. But you see Derek, you know, instead of trying to take out the bad guy, he's learning about his powers, and he's learning about himself, and he has these good intentions where he saves the other hero instead, and just realizes that, you know, maybe this guy could help me, you know, because this guy's so powerful, I might need someone else, you know, to have my back. And it's just those good things. And you find out that, you know, that quick wit again. This guy has these copy powers, and he uses his riff against him. It's just one thing after another. He ends up copying Derek's powers and swiping himself. And if you know his powers, he opens rifts, and you don't want to open a rift on yourself because it doesn't end well. It's terrible. So. Yeah, it's very exciting, and, you know, you just can't get enough of it. This is, you know, something that is really easy to get. The first 4 issues are out. You know, you can't get enough of this, guys. I'm sorry, you know, that I'm so excited because, you know, DC is doing something epic here, and, you know, this is a good time to start on a new character. You know, him and Damage. You know, Damage is one of DC's new heavy hitters. You know, you can't not love it. It's just one thing after another. It's awesome. The artwork looks great, and yeah, this is dope, man. This is Damage. What else we got going on? At the very end, you find out that Tempest returns, needing his help, and you know, Tempest. Let's go to Tempest. Tempest, you know, says he needs to start training him because things are happening. The dimension walls are breaking, or dimension lines, and it's kind of like what's going on in No Justice, like the source wall cracking and breaking. You know, you have the Guardians there. You know, this is a situation that only Sideways can deal with, so it's gonna be cool seeing him take on this new adventure and being trained, learning about his powers. But it's also going to see him get picked up by the Justice League or by Titans or something, you know. I want to see him pair up with Damage and see him rift and see Damage just jump through a rift, see another rift open, and just Damage coming through with that haymaker and just ending someone's day. So yeah, I can't get enough of this. This has been my review, Ryuki at Flash King Comics. I appreciate you stopping by. And yeah, man, you got to get this, guys. Your boy Damage takes out some guys real quick. I mean, not Damage. Your boy Sideways. Damage is next. We're going to be talking about Damage soon. Your boy Sideways is just... Look at him. He gets in this trouble, but he finds a way out. So, yeah. It's your boy Sideways. And you got to get these covers, man. Not easy. Very easy. There's no variants, so you can all get them DC's new age hero, Sideways. Alright, I'm out, guys.